This story isn't for children at all. French author Sophie Lionnet. In foreign countries, there's a job called an au pair. An au pair is someone who comes from a foreign country and works for a host family, usually as a nanny, and sometimes help with housekeeping too. In exchange for these services, the host family gives the au pair money and a place to live. An au pair isn't just a servant, they're usually treated like part of the family. It's a popular job and a way for young people to immigrate, giving them a chance to experience living in a different country at a young age. In today's video, we're going back to 2017 in England to talk about a 20-year-old girl who lost her life because of her job as an au pair. On September 20th, 2017, firefighters in West London received a call from the neighbors of a couple. The neighbors claimed that Sabrina Coider and Wissam Medoni had started a fire in their backyard and a terrible smell was coming from it. When the firefighters arrived at the couple's house, they saw that the neighbors were right to be worried because the fire was big and almost out of control. But Sabrina and Wissam were just standing next to it, totally calm, grilling chicken and meat like nothing was happening. There was a strong smell of burning, and the firefighters quickly put the fire out. What they found was horrifying: a burning corpse. One of the firefighters immediately asked Wissam what was burning in the fire. Wissam explained that they had bought a sheep from the market and were burning its carcass. He said there was nothing to worry about. The firefighter replied, "That's nonsense, because the remains in the fire undeniably look like a human's nose and fingers." On top of that, they found pieces of clothing and jewelry in the ashes. The firefighter was right. The horrible smell wasn't coming from a burning sheep. The story of Sophie Lionnet is one of the most heartbreaking cases from 2017 in the UK, drawing a lot of attention. Sophie was a 20-year-old French girl who came to London as an au pair to work in the house of a French couple, Sabrina Coider and Wissam Medoni. At first, everything seemed fine and normal. Sophie was enjoying her new experience and had grown fond of the couple's kids. Over time, Sabrina developed obsessive and paranoid behavior. She became fixated on past relationship with Mark Walton, a former musician from Boyzone, and delusionally believed that Sophie was conspiring with Mark to harm her and her family. These delusions led Sabrina and Wissam to subject Sophie to mental and physical abuse over time. In September 2017, the police and firefighters were called to the couple's home because of a suspicious fire. At first, Wissam claimed they were burning a sheep's carcass, but upon investigation, it was revealed that they were burning Sophie Lionet's body. In court, both Sabrina and Wissam admitted to burning Sophie's body, but each tried to blame the other for her death. Please subscribe to our channel and like the video. It takes a lot of effort to produce this content. Thank you. The two were jointly convicted of her murder because of their deranged behavior and the physical and mental torture they had inflicted on Sophie. Sophie had become so weak by the time of her death that she could barely stand. Her body was covered in deep cuts and severe bruises, clear signs of repeated beatings. A forensic medical examination showed that in the week leading up to her death, Sophie had become horribly malnourished from extreme starvation. She had suffered a series of cruel physical and psychological abuse that not only destroyed her body but left her mentally devastated. During the trial, a video record of Sophie was presented as evidence. In this video, Sophie looking extremely weak and helpless. was forced to confess to fake conspiracy that Sabrina and Wissam had concocted against her. In the video, Sophie falsely claimed she was in contact with Mark Walton and was plotting to harm Sabrina's family. But in reality, she was only making these confessions to save her own life. Sophie's family, devastated by the terrible crime, came from France to attend the trial in London. Sophie's mother truthfully spoke in court about her daughter's kindness and love, asking the judicial system to bring justice for her. Her father, equally shocked by his daughter's horrific deeds, could barely speak, only pleading for justice. In the end, Sabrina Coiter and Wissam Medoni were found guilty of Sophie's murder. The court declared that due to their delusional and fabricated beliefs, they had tortured and brutally killed Sophie. The jury found them both guilty and they were sentenced to life in prison. This brought some comfort to Sophie's family. Also, they could never forget the loss of their beloved daughter. The case of Sophie Lionnet is one of the most horrifying crimes related to opera, showing how to what seemed like a simple job can end in tragic death. This case reminds us not only of the dangers that can arise when living in a stranger's home, but also of the need for better oversight of immigration and job system to protect vulnerable young people from such tragedies.